So today we are talking about the Audio Technica AT8035 shotgun microphone. So when it comes to filmmaking, casual filmmaking, semi-pro filmmaking, it kind of kills me that people will spend thousands and thousands of dollars on the image, you know, upgrading their camera bodies, getting new lenses, and spend like $100 or even less on sound. I don't know how anybody else really feels about this, but I kind of find it a little weird when people have this massive rig where they have a great mirrorless body, an incredible lens, a massive V-mount battery, and then a tiny little Rode Video Micro for the sound. So I wanted to figure out a solution for upgraded audio quality while maintaining the relative portability of these modular cinema rigs without necessarily breaking the bank. So right now I have my audio going through my Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, and it's on my camera right now. Now, ordinarily I would have a boom pole that actually held the mic right out of frame right here, and actually the proximity of the microphone is actually going to affect quality a lot more than just upgrading the mic. But I just wanted to see, this is a shotgun microphone, how much of a difference does it make when, let's say, you don't have the flexibility to have the mic up close like that. Now, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus is not a bad microphone by any stretch of the imagination, but you have to imagine that if you do upgrade, there has to be some perceptible difference in quality. Now, the way that I'm going to hook up the AT8035 into my camera is through this unit. I just got this. This is the Tascam XLR 2D for Fujifilm. It gives you two XLR inputs plus a 3.5mm input, and it directly feeds the audio straight into the camera, so you don't have to sync up the sound and video later in post. So this connects straight into the hot shoe like this, and now it's going to provide phantom power, which the AT35 needs. This is probably going to be a separate video because I could talk for days about this thing, so let's just get into the mic. I also got a shock mount and a short XLR cable, so things are easy to manage. All right, so unboxing this thing. This is actually a bit longer than what I was expecting, but let's see here. Oh, a box in a box. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so this right here is a case for the microphone, and this is probably a great statement on the types of mics that I get, but this is the first microphone that I've gotten that actually comes with a case. I don't know if the Shure SM7B does. I got mine used. Great. Okay, so once you open things up, this is what it looks like. So you got your microphone right here. It's got a wind cover on it, and then you have, I think this is a thread adapter in case you need a different measurement for the threading. I guess it looks like my shock mount was not completely necessary. This does come with some sort of mount for the mic stand thing. And a couple of extra, what looks like O-rings. I'm guessing that these are spacers in case, oh, I wonder if it's for this so that it doesn't slide around. Oh, nice. Batteries included for phantom power, but I don't think you actually need to have this inside of the microphone if you're giving the microphone phantom power. Okay, so here's the microphone. Without the windscreen. Oh, that is like on there. Oh, there we go. That's what that looks like. And if you needed to put in the battery, easily unscrews here. Oh, and this thing just kind of stays right there. That's where you put in the battery there. Okay, so the microphone requires phantom power or the AA battery. So as long as you have phantom power, I guess you don't have to include, or you don't have to put the battery inside of it. So why shotgun microphones? Shotgun microphones are designed so that there is a lot of side rejection, meaning if you're pointing this at something, it's going to record the sound of whatever you're pointing it at. It's going to not pick up anything around it. Of course, there's going to be ambient sound, so it's not absolutely perfect, but that is the idea behind this, and we're going to test that out with this one here. So So it looks like there is a low cut switch right here. You're gonna need a pen to move it around. I'm just gonna keep it on the flat setting. My expectation is that I always process my sound. I always throw an EQ on, and I'd rather have the low end and not need it than not have the low end at all and possibly need it. So this thing sits right here like this. Okay, that is a nice fit right there. That appear in the image? No, it does not. There's still quite a bit of room here. It's not letting this twist too much. Just kind of let that set. Nice. Okay. So I want to do a couple of different tests. I want to compare the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus against this in a couple of different situations. One with the microphone's mounted on top of the camera, so kind of a far mic comparison. And then I want to close mic both of them, see if there's any sort of difference there. And then I want to run this through the Tascam and then my audio interface, which is an Audient ID14. See if there's any differences in sound quality when it comes to different preamps. And I'll let you guys listen to the audio completely unprocessed and processed with an EQ. I also do want to test how well this rejects sound coming from the side, so at some point I'll come up with something to test that out. Okay, so right now you're listening to the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. It is sitting on top of my camera, which is about 120 centimeters away, or 47 inches, somewhere around there. This is how it sounds completely unprocessed, and if I add a compressor and an EQ, it's going to sound like this. This is how it sounds on my voice right now. Okay, so now you're listening to the AT8035. It is going through the Tascam and straight into the camera. The tip of the microphone is a little bit closer because it's a longer microphone, but it is still sitting on top of the camera. This is how it sounds without any processing, and then I'm going to turn on my compressor and EQ right now. This is how it sounds on my voice here. So I'm also going to just test how it sounds with the processing on, but I'm going to go off axis a little bit here. How does it sound if I'm over here? And then how does it sound once I'm back on axis here? Okay, so now I have the VideoMic Pro Plus rigged right here. As you can see, I did not spend any time trying to cable manage. This is a little bit closer than what I would normally have it at. It would actually be a little bit farther out of frame, but this is what happens when you have your mic about 20 centimeters away, about 8 inches away from your mouth here. This is how it sounds completely unprocessed, and now I'm going to turn on the compressor and EQ. This is what it sounds like with processing on. Okay, so now you're listening to the AT8035. It is right here. You could see, is that in frame? Yeah, that's in frame. It's this little thing right here. It is about 28 inches away from my face. I had to kind of push it away so that I could actually angle it towards my mouth. But this is how it sounds without any processing on, and if I turn on the compressor and the equalizer, it sounds like this. Now, if I move a little bit away, now I'm off axis, how's it sounding? I'm looking at the sound meter and it's not picking up quite as much, but now that I'm back here, directly in axis of the mic, this is how it sounds. Okay, so this is the side rejection test of this microphone. Right now my wife is sitting directly to the side of me. It's still in the close mic situation here, but she is just letting her phone just have at it with, I'm guessing she's on either TikTok or Instagram.
Hey, did you know that this singer was 13 when she recorded this song?
I did not know that. Did you guys hear her say that? So, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Brenda Lee was only 13 years old when she recorded that song. But anyways, I'm going to throw this mic on top there now and see if the rejection is any different. Okay, so this is the off-axis test. My wife is actually behind me. You could probably see her on the couch right there, but she is technically off-axis from the mic. Krisanti, could you walk over that way?
Yeah.
So now she is standing directly to the side of the camera and the microphone. Yeah, so let's see. Can you hear her? I could hear her very, very clearly. It is hard to think over that sound.
Also, I have it on high volume.
Okay. Oh, her phone is on max volume. Okay, so now I have the AT8035 running through my Audient audio interface, and I have it going into an instance of Ableton. So how does this sound? I'm not going to process this audio in Ableton. I'm just going to do it through DaVinci's, whatever their audio editing thing is called. But this is what it sounds like without processing. And this is what it's going to sound like with a compressor and an EQ. How does this sound? Okay, so some final thoughts. I think the AT8035 sounds great. Right now I have it in the close mic position just outside of the frame. I think that's what sounded best upon review of all the footage. I think that it sounds great even without any processing. Any processing that you do add to the sound will take very, very nicely. Now, as far as the side rejection goes, it wasn't as drastic as I thought it was going to be, but I get a feeling that most shotgun microphones aren't going to completely cancel out sound from the side. I only have experience with this microphone so far, so I can't really comment on that on shotgun microphones as a whole. However, I will say that when my wife was standing right next to me with her phone on full blast volume, it was very, very noisy right next to me, and it did lower the volume to some degree. So let's say if you have like a fan going on off to the side, I get a feeling that it will help in canceling out some of the ambient sound. Now, that's not to say that something like this is bad by any means. The VideoMic Pro Plus is still $300, and I think it sounds great, especially if you're able to get it into a close mic situation like something like this. That by itself is actually going to make things sound a lot better than just simply upgrading the microphone and keeping it on top of the camera. If you're able to somehow get it closer to the face, that is actually going to improve the audio quality by a whole lot. But this does kind of show what you do get in terms of upgraded audio quality when you put in the effort and when you put down the money for something like the Tascam and for a dedicated shotgun microphone like this. Anyways, I hope that this video was helpful in some sort of way. I think it's always great when you figure out what sorts of things in your setup is actually worth upgrading, and I think that sound quality is always a worthwhile upgrade. Anyways, as always, thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe, that's always super helpful. See you in the next one.